everybody join us in the pledge of allegiance. Mr. Big, could you start us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a motion to approve minutes of the May 26, 2015 regular meeting. Carol makes a motion. Second by Rowdy. Done all yes?
Yes.
Glad to be here at LCHS this evening for all the festivities after the board meeting. And Brett, to make sure that we finish by 6. I'll turn up missing, you know, that we haven't done it. Okay, public comments. Anybody sign in there? Yes. All right. Danny Daly is our only person that's on the agenda under presentation of information. Danny has a personnel concern. Mr. Daly.
I be mentioning some people's names here.
Sir.
I'll be mentioning some people's names, so I'm saying. Just facts. Just facts.
Are these board employees that are
Yes.
in comparable situations or something? I think that information is public, is it not? Are we talking about people's salaries?
Yeah, and, basically, yes, most a lot of it's on salary, just a lot of it is, yeah.
Well, what I'm saying, if it's salary related, that's public information. Are you, and it isn't in a derogatory, if it's more informational, to try to state a case, I think we could do it openly. If it's one where maybe you're going to make some comparisons that might be negatively affect others, then you do it privately.
Depends on how you look at it. Probably could be, I'll make some comparisons here, I think.
Okay, what do you mean by it? Have a preference here?
I'll make some comparisons.
Or the pleasure of the board?
As long as you're sure it's facts, I mean, I don't see any reason it needs to be an executive session.
You know, are you going to critique the performance of any employees?
I'm just going to talk about inequity that I think is.
I think we'll be okay. All it's informational is public, available to the public, I understand.
I appreciate hearing you this evening, and if you look at, this is salaries across the state. One of me to talk about is the director's salary at the school, and that is for this year's salary across the state. If you see that the first one there, the classroom teachers is 24, they are 21st. And then the principals in the next page are ranked 29. The treasurer, which is on the next page, is 33rd. And the director of the support services is 6th, and the assistant superintendent is somewhere in the middle. And if you look at the superintendent, they are 37th in the state. If you get to the director of the instructional programs, we are 46th in the state, according to this year's print off. And so there's a salary difference here. And if you look, the difference here between the director and the superintendent, on the high end is probably $32,000 between the superintendent and the director. And on the low end is $25,000. And which is, that part is not found on. That's just, I went to the salaries to get that. And the assistant superintendent is, from the lowest director's pay is around $20,000 difference, and the superintendent, assistant to the highest one is about $13,500. And in the school system here, we have 4 principals and 1 assistant that has a higher daily rate than the directors. And we have 3 principals that have a higher daily rate than any director. And this is not, people, I mean, I'm not talking about their salaries, they work hard, and what I'm talking about is there is an inequity here in what I see in the director's salary, current director's salary. At least 2 of our directors, when they come to the central office from being a principal, they took pay cuts. And even at the central office, and again, it's nothing, it's just facts here, nothing derogatory about the people there, they work hard to serve this, but the secretaries, executive secretaries get $30 a day stipend. And a director who has much more responsibilities, they only get $40 a day for on stipend there. And I know that in the past, and recently, you all have addressed some problem areas that's come to your attention. You provided $25,000 for the ball field. You're providing another person here at the high school. And you're also going to have, from what I understand, have plans to provide a dean of students at Cotton Valley. Now, these are areas here that you all have been able to address the needs. But this all come about with the elimination of the special project director at the beginning of the year. And when that position was removed, all of those duties fell on the current directors. And I'll speak for myself here, mine was significantly increased on the amount of duties, the amount of responsibilities that I have. They have went up a whole lot during this year. And as far as I know, we saw a need, just let us come in and say this is what we're going to do. There's not one of us cast a second word. We saw what needed to be done, we just went ahead and done it. But it has really put a stress on us this year. Now, this position that was eliminated was $42,000. And what I'm going to propose here to the board is that you set a minimum salary for directors. If you set a minimum salary for directors, and there's 6 of them in the county, of $82,500, then that would cost the county $25,000. You already saved $24,000 or $42,000 from eliminating that position, and about $5,000 to $6,000 of this cost, of this $25,000 cost, would be absorbed by the federal programs. That would be absorbed through one of the title programs there of that part of the salary. So you would be down around $20,000 for this, and I could be off $100 to $200 here. Just, I'm in the ballpark here. And this change, this has taken place early in the year, and Wright says we've been doing it all year. It'd be nice if you all would move it back to where it started at for this raise. We all, and the directors here, and I'm speaking for myself here, we're here because we want to be. And if you look around the last year, we lost 2 directors, and they went on, and they've been here for a while, but we took this responsibility, and whether or not I get the raise, I'm going to retire here. I'm not going any place, so I'm going to be here unless I get fired or something, but I'm going to be here. That's not what I'm saying. It's not all about the money. Then again, it is about the money, but in my instance here, to me, it's a matter of appreciation and respect for the work that we do. if you look around and take the responsibilities of all the directors here, from each one of them, we oversee personally around $750,000 a year. Some of the directors there are over $500,000 or $1.5 million here. And some of them has 10 or 15 people working for them. And if you look, and I'll speak for myself, I'm sure that we've come a long way in the last few years. We went from not having a whole lot to now we have one of the best networks in the whole state of West Virginia. We can come in here at this school and open up 600 laptops throughout the school and never miss a beat. In the last 2 years on testing, last year they had all the tests, and I'm just talking to myself, the directors, and they can tell you a story similar to mine. Last year on testing, you had a lot of problems all throughout the state, and you heard a lot of nightmares. We went off without a hitch here. And the same, we've had, this year has been similar. We've had a lot of, as far as the technology, it's been working real good. But I would like for you all to consider this, that I feel that there's an inequity here for us. And straight across the board, we saw, and some people it would be $1,000 or so for the highest paid director, and it'd be several $1,000s for the lowest paid. And of all the directors there, I'm the lowest paid director here that we have. And so that is what I want to bring your own attention there. That I really feel that you have an opportunity here to do what's right. I just think that is something that we've worked a long time to get here, and there's not one of them here. You all, or this county here, has some of the best directors in the state of West Virginia. And I'll just leave me out Mr. King and Mr. Lamble and Mr. Richard there. They're excellent people. And I just think in order to show, it's just a matter of appreciation and respect. Thank you.
Okay. Couple questions.
Okay.
Are you saying that you, excuse me, a minimum salary was it 85, did you say? 82.5?
82.5.
Now, by minimum salary, what are you saying? I mean, I know what
I'm
minimum
saying
means.
that
Are those, what would be the top end of that?
that would be it.
Everybody makes
Everybody get
82.5?
82.5. That would be the top end. When you coach the director's job, that's what it would be.
So
82.5.
years of experience and all that
Would
would
make it. It would be made up. It would be made up in that even if you did could work longer and get more money, the difference would be the 10 years before you would be making money. Before you'd be making more money than you normally would, and it would all even out.
But if you were a director, everyone would make 82.5.
82.5. Easy to budget it. You know what you want to do every year.
How many days do you all work? Is it everyone?
240 days.
Everyone works the same number of days?
Everyone works
How many
240 days.
directors are there?
There's 4 curriculum directors and 2 service directors. There's 6.
Is your proposal or your request for all 6 people?
Because in this county, we do not make it, as far as I know, we don't make a difference. A director is a director, as far as I'm aware of. I don't think we make a difference in the county.
I just want to clarify that. So you're requesting that 6 directors all be established at a salary of 82.5 regardless of past experience or years of experience or degree levels, or
Yes.
if you're hired at that, that's what you get.
So on the handout you gave us, you're showing on the last handout 3 average contracted salaries for directors of instructional programs,
Yes.
and then 2 for directors of support services.
Yes.
And then I'm assuming from this that the county funds 1 additional director position. It's above.
That was third on, but that additional one, I believe, is the attendance director.
That's the 6 positions you're talking
Yes,
about.
that's the 6th position. one other KRA treasurer.
Treasurer's not considered a director, correct?
As far as I know, if they are, then, because the treasurer gets more,
Well, I mean, that's a separate cat. So
Separate
they won't be, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
they're
not
under-
affected by this, right?
they're on the second page, that one, the treasurer.
Right. I'm just saying, in your request,
No.
that person
It's not
would be
on.
affected.
So what I'm seeing here, if I'm looking at the page, the last page in your handout, you said the cost to do this would be roughly $25,000 per year.
Yes,
But I'm seeing 3 positions for an average salary of 71,020.
that is, I mean, to tell you, that number
Yeah.
is with the previous director, which, I mean, Mr. Landlord is in there now, and it's a little bit higher on that number.
But
I took, reason I come with my figures, I took the $7,000, and then I took all the directors there and subtracted that from, I took 82s from every one of the directors and done that.
because, I mean, what I'm looking at is 3 positions here that should be 4, right? Does Mr.
Yes, there
Lindell-
would be 4 in it, yes.
But 71 to 82 is $11,000 times 3 or 4 is 33 or 44,000.
Some of the directors makes, for example, one of our highest paid directors, he makes $81,000 now. And we have 2 of them, one of them makes $80,000, and then we have a 70.
So then, I'm just trying to understand the math of this, and this average salary for these positions isn't correct, even though it says it's
That one there
correct.
should be a little higher. For example, you take mine, I can only, would be about 75 if you took mine, Kurt's, Bill's. Bill was different. When that was printed off, and I don't have access to a new one until next year, when that one's there, that was Mr. Brunny's salary was put into that. Bill's salary is higher.
I mean, what I'm seeing is on the Director of Support Services, the average salary is $78,400. That's $4,000 per position to get, roughly to get the $82,500. But over here, either these numbers aren't accurate, which is what you're telling me, even though this is on somebody's official website.
That is the state numbers. That's the state numbers.
Okay.
I did not run it off, but I would have had the figures for you if I knew what you wanted. How I come up with the $25,000 is I took 82.5 and I took every salary there of this current year, and I subtracted that from that 82.5, and that's the amount of money that I come up with.
That includes the 2 that work in service.
Yes, that included on there. I took all 6 salaries there and took that. And it's,
Do I have any other questions? Okay, Dan, thank you. Okay, let's move now to the administrative section. Could I have a motion, please? So moved. Ms. Baker? Ms. Wilkerson, seconds.
Okay, item A is an agreement with the Harts Area Community Center for student use of the center, which was formerly Harts Intermediate School, according to the terms of the agreement. Item B, a cooperative agreement with Southwestern Community Action Council for LCHS Auto Care Program to provide preventive maintenance services for their fleet of vehicles effective July 1, 2015, according to the terms of the agreement. Item C, school volunteers who on occasion may also serve as bus chaperones for athletic events, academic competitions, or school outings, and have completed volunteer orientation. Item D, to award a bid to City Construction Company for metal replacements as follows. Ranger Elementary, $102,670, and 100K8, $196,228.
Okay, any questions for anyone? Barney, you got questions, and I'll call for questions. Is that an all yes on all the administrative items?
Yes.
All yes on those. Finance, have a motion? Carol made the motion. Second by Fred. And I guess Mr. Newfield's going to be the treasurer.
One item, it's item A, scheduled invoices totaling $137,047.05. See the attachment. Any questions? See Mrs. Gann.
What did we last week when we filled those shoes?
Good time.
What time?
Yeah.
Okay, anybody have any questions about the finance item? If not, is that an all yes vote?
Yes.
All right, personnel schedule. Motion, please. Chris made a motion, Rowdy seconds. Ms. Lucas.
Okay. Section A is employment of extracurricular personnel. Section B, a leave of absence. Section C, retirement and/or resignations. And it's noted under the effective date, whether it's resignation or retirement. Any questions?
All the personnel items, is it all yes on all those items?
Yes.
All yes. Okay, are there any comments and concerns from the member of the board? Ms. Lucas, do you have anything? Okay. All right, so that being said, we'll conclude here, and we'll only take a week off. So we're going to come back on June the 16th, 2015, at 6 o'clock at the county office. Do you have a motion?
Second.
Second, Carol made the motion, second by Larry. Is that all yes?